Can you tell me which eye is Dollar Tree? Good morning, guys. So on the agenda today is my fairytale palette from Ccolor. Do you remember this? This was Too Faced's Clover palette. And I randomly did some numbers, and 5, 10, and 18 came up. So that is the color story that I'll be using today. And from Dollar Tree, you will need Lucky, Make Me Up eyeshadow palette. This is readily available. Looks like that, and it's for that color there. And Haute. I love this palette. This is a must. Okay, let's begin. So starting in the Make Me Up palette, I will be using this shade here as my transition and on the lid. Whoa. I've never used this eyeshadow palette before. It was a lot more pigmented than I thought it was going to be, because it looks like kid makeup. But man, if my kid makeup looked like this, I would have been very happy. Okay, wiping off my brush, and I am going into shade number 10 in the Fairytale or Clover from Too Faced palette. This is from Ccolor. Do you remember when they were kicking? Unfortunately, whoa, this is exactly the same color. Unfortunately, Ccolor Cosmetics went under. I don't know why. I got this when my Winners was having a ton in their store, and I went to town. I have a lot of Ccolor Cosmetics, and I love them. I don't know why this brand went under. I'm going back in with this one, and I put this here a bit far, so I have to do that on the other side. It's all good. I'm really impressed with the shade match. I'm really impressed with that. The next color that I'm going into is going to be this color right here from the Haute 6 pan, and it is shade number 4. And I'm just doing that in my regular fashion on the lid and up into the crease. That shade was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It went on just like high end. It really did. So I'm going into shade number 5 from the Fairytale or Clover from Too Faced. I wanted this palette when it came out, but I don't think Canada got it. Well, and if it did, it didn't come to my part of Canada. This is the exact shade. Exactly the same shade. I also brought the dark brown shade under the eye on both eyes. You do what your eye shape needs. I try and remind myself to say that for you. Nothing worse than following a tutorial, and that doesn't suit my eye. Thanks. They are looking like twins right now. There's no difference. Now, the big difference is going to be the yellows. I'm a little nervous. So I'm going into Lucky, and I am going to really pack Lucky on, because I don't know if it's sheer or if it's pigmented. I don't know, but I'm just putting it. Oh, okay. Never mind. It's pretty pigmented. It's a shimmer, and I believe the yellow in the Fairytale palette is a matte, but that's okay. We can make a matte into a shimmer. It's not a big deal, because I am going to be placing my Cosmic colors, this guy right here, a shimmery white in the inner corner of my eye. That is optional. You can use whatever shade you want in the inner corner of your eye, obviously, but that is what I'm doing. I'm calling this my daffodil. I think it reminds me so much of a daffodil. And it's going to be spring in a few days. Oh boy, uh-oh. Okay, we're in trouble. No, we're not. It's okay. This color is pigmented. Wow. I'm impressed. Very impressed. But that's okay, because if you have this palette, this is what you're going to get. If you have this palette, this is what you're going to get. It's all good. So I need to take that intensity down. So I could use this white color in there to do that. I'm going to try that. There is probably a white, yes, I mean, you wouldn't need to. You just wouldn't need to. But for me right now, because I'm going to work, I have to. I'm just going to bring down the color a little bit using this white shade. Not that I want to, I really don't want to. It's beautiful. I like this vibrancy. But for work purposes and going out shopping afterwards, that dulls it down, but that was a matte. So yes, I do have to go in with my other shade. Okay, there we go. There we go. That just dulls it down. I never thought I'd want to dull down my eyeshadow. That's close enough. That is close enough. I'm going to add more of the yellow from Lucky to really get it up there to compete with Ccolors. And I think we did it. There it is. I really do think we did it. Don't sleep on these Dollar Tree eyeshadow quads. I'm going to be doing a lot of looks comparable to my Ccolor collection, which I have a ton of, and just other palettes that I have also. This channel is just mainly eyeshadow looks, because I switch my eyeshadows out every month. I bring in 3 new ones, and I'm panning 3. The Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde, Too Faced's Pumpkin Spice, and Too Faced Everything Nice from years ago. This eye has eczema on it, so it's going to look a little funky. It's getting better. And it comes from using products that bother my eye. Generally, makeup removers, sunscreen can bother it. She's a problem child. Okay, I'm going back into this brown as well and getting the intensity back up. And yeah, you would never know. You would never know. Just bringing more under, because it looks like there's more under here. There isn't more, there's just more pigment. Okay, wow, I'm impressed. I really am. I'm impressed. So again, it was Haute from LA Colors, Lucky from LA Colors, and Make Me Up, all from Dollar Tree. Okay, yeah, I really wanted to use this color, but I have to buy another Dollar Tree palette to get there, but stay tuned because I think she's coming. I want to use her. So I am going to go off camera and put on my eyeliners, and I will be right back. So I'm back, my eyes are done. I have on my foundation, Revlon Colorstay in 150 Buff, and on my brows, I just used the LA Colors Dark Brown Pencil. We have a new kid in town, Cheekers Instant Cheekbones in Refined Rose. I switch up my blush every season, and I just find it makes it a little more fun because I get so bored. I guess that's why everybody's buying so many blushes these days, is you're getting bored. But when I'm bored, I don't buy high-end. I buy reasonably priced. And even this blush was $8. CoverGirl, who are you? Just showing you what Refined Rose looks like. You've seen Purely Plum a million times from me. So we're just doing Refined Rose. This one seems to be a little bit more pigmented than Purely Plum, but that's okay. I want a little bit more color in the spring. I'm going to be turning into a little more corally blushes for summer. So the highlighter on my face I'm using is by Cosmic Colors. And on my nose, I highly suggest, if you are like me and you put a powder on your nose and you can see the pores, I highly suggest this Be Pure in Shimmering Pearl highlighter. it does not, it shows your nose is smooth. And I highly recommend it for that. It's fantastic. So I have 2 lipsticks to choose from today. The first one is Dulce de Hare from MAC. It would go. Maybe I should. And Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW. The eyes are kind of light, so I think I'm going to go with the Dulce de Hare from MAC. My lip liner is Chestnut from MAC. I just recently bought this and I am obsessed. Okay, Dulce de Hare. Oh, it goes perfectly. I knew she would. This is the soil from which the daffodil grows from. So this is the finished look, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this and found it helpful. If you did, please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! I'm calling this my daffodil look for spring.